Okay, so before we had the audio issues and I had to restart recording, the quick recap from 2 weeks ago's session. You guys had linked up with the Underground Railroad and we're learning about what it is to be a Nightbane, how to use your powers, how to shift back and forth between your two different forms, and just a little bit of history. Thomas and Grayson had gone outside because things got a little too heavy for them, and they were having a conversation. During that conversation, a police siren and police lights were seen screaming down the road. Thomas, wanting to save a person, any person, since he's going to be a monster, he wants to use his powers for good, decided he was going to go and help. Grayson jumped in the car. They stole Isabella's car, and they tore off down to where the sirens were heading. Okay. You guys get there. The cop car is pulled over. People are in the house. You do a little bit of investigation, and you notice that there are two barely clothed duplicates of these cops that are stripping the cops of their uniforms and putting them on. A brief firefight ensues. Everybody makes their way to this house during the firefight, and you take out these doppelgangers. You learn from a couple Nightbane who come through the mirror in the living room that this is going on everywhere. And the family of the cop who lived here was taken through the mirror wall as well, and they're probably being used for labor to pull out dark steel ore from a nearby quarry that's a few miles to the south. You're familiar with where it is on Earth, and everything's pretty much, where it is on the Nightlands. These two teach you how to cross through the mirror into the Nightlands. You do that, and you end up in this kind of broken down duplicate version of a house that you were originally in, complete with the same mirror present. So Isabella has decided that they are going to stay behind and guard the mirror while you guys go out on your mission to save this family. The two Nightbane that came with you, unfortunately, are not going to be able to accompany you with this. They point you in the proper direction, but they need to head to the north and observe if any of the Night Lords are sending more forces through any of the mirrors in the city proper. This far out, there shouldn't be too much that you need to worry about. And with your powers, you should be able to handle things, they say. But, you still should be careful. You do have your weapons from your character sheet. And, you guys have it again. Sorry, I had to restart.
It's all good. Happens.
All good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled to the south. Probably not surveying the area around us much, but using my telescopic sight just to look, especially when I get within that third mile away from the place, just canvassing it.
Okay. So the plan is to head south then?
Did you add the thing back? Because when it kicked me out, it took me off of that. It doesn't give me access.
Oh, yep. I'll pull everybody over. Pull.
Thank you.
Pull.
I do have a question though. You said everyone has to be in their Nightbane form in this area?
Yes.
Well, they recommended it.
Well, you have
is
to be in
there a way-
Nightbane form to get over the mirror, regardless.
Oh, I didn't know
But you can shift back. It's just this is a very dangerous area. Frail,
Okay.
are you going to pop into? I made a map for you.
Yeah, I keep hitting refresh, and there it goes.
It's like I made a map all for you.
Oh no, you're good. I just refreshed it like when you first said to get back in, and it still wasn't up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I blame the DM.
That's always my fault. I'm used to things being my fault.
I'm pressing the one button we're allowed, and it's not taking me there.
Yeah. Okay, I like it.
So yeah,
Yeah, I can say the demons, the two houses.
oh, pretend you can't see that just yet because
Okay. I'm blind.
yeah, because like I
I
said,
see
the,
what?
the middle of this
You said
map
what?
here is going to be actually be a lot bigger than the scale gives on. There's going to be
Right.
a couple miles in the center part. I just didn't want to make one map just for like a really small house and another map with just
You're good.
wilderness. And yeah,
I was critiquing you, boss. Just
I-
death.
I always critique death.
Definitely take it.
Giggity.
Oof.
I feel like is there like something that I could like look around for to see if there's ways to like cover us up in some way, like something that kind of like obstructs what we are.
Obstructs what you are. Okay.
Like a poncho?
Yeah, like a poncho. Especially the more colorful ponchos with a sombrero. They're definitely not going to know who I am now.
So, there's not a lot around here. There is like that house, and there are some things in there that you could possibly use to cover up a little bit, like some old scraps of cloth, some like old curtains, but there's not like a wardrobe in there, but you could possibly
Gotcha.
throw like something together you can like throw over you.
Well, I mean, I am a tailor, and I think I'm going to try to like just quick pocket things and try to just make myself look grody, but just enough to obstruct that I'm human at all.
Okay, so you're shrinking back to your human form now?
Well, I didn't even know I had to go through the mirror. That's
Okay,
where I
yeah,
was really
yeah.
confused.
Yeah, everybody's got to be in the monster form for the mirror walk.
I just don't want to throw off Tom, and it's just that him as a character, just more like wanting to go. Okay, I'm just practically trying to make myself not look this way.
You'll
And trying to be that.
notice that inside my Morphous form, it doesn't seem like I'm affected by it.
Okay. Still very much just gonna have things like maybe I'll cross my arms a little more in under me. And just obstruct a little bit what I am.
Okay.
Foot tall spider.
I know it's gonna be really difficult.
Yeah, right.
That's why I was like, if
If
I could turn back to my human form and kind of do it, I was like, it would be easier to kind of hide it.
Yeah, so you can turn into your human form in the Nightlands. You just need to be in your Morphous in order to walk across the mirrors.
Well, they told
Oh,
us when
gotcha.
we came here that it would be it would be a very good idea for us to be in our amorphous form.
Yeah, and they did say that because the things here are dangerous.
Okay. I mean, I am gonna try to still obstruct so it doesn't look like I'm human, but not actually stay in this. Grayson's just not in this mindset to be what's going on here. If we take it how he treated himself through that mini mart.
Okay.
But if you think it's a bother, I won't do it.
No, I don't think it's a bother.
I'm bothered.
Okay, then I won't do it.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I was just saying.
I know you.
Technically, the only thing that you need to be in your Morphous form for is the mirror walk.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. You do what you want. So yeah, you definitely can find something to kind of like cloak yourself a little bit. Like nothing like a hooded cloak or anything, but like, a cape or something out of an old like floor length drape. Yeah, that could work. Bed sheets. Some bed sheets in a closet. Why they're bed sheets here, who the hell knows? who would be living in this house. Like, it's a busted up old house with like a hole in the floor leading down to the basement on a bunch of reddish rock with dust and like loose sand everywhere. Like, this is like the most inhospitable place you had ever seen. You know, it's supposed to be dark here, but it's bright daylight everywhere. Stark contrast to what's going on where you guys on your side of the mirror wall.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right.
What's in the sky?
Nothing. Just light.
So there's nothing flying around at all?
It's just light. Sometimes there's off colors that could be clouds, but there's no planes, there's no birds. It's just light. It's creepy. It's off-putting.
Well, I'm neither a plane nor a bird, but I will take flight.
Yeah, I guess the best way I could describe staring at the sky is like on those really clear days when you're just staring into the blue. It's like that, but kind of like an off-white.
Okay.
Like, there just doesn't appear to be any end to it, and there's no sense of scale. You cannot tell distance whatsoever. Like, something you throw up could, like, it could be 100 feet up. Who knows? Like, everything's just a little surreal here.
Okay.
I keep my eyes focused to the south and have very intent on finding this camp.
Okay.
I just join in tow.
I agree. I'm going to follow.
Put you
Yeah,
all
I'm going to follow it from the air.
All right, so you're in the air. We're going to leave Isabella back to guard the house. At about this point, you guys are in the middle of this, like, bad land. Every once in a while, you hear a distant wail or howl or some noise. And you look around, but you can't see anything. Like, there's some... Maybe that was a tree, but it doesn't look like it's made of wood sticking out of the ground. Petrified wood, maybe? You're not 100% sure. There's not a whole lot of places anything could hide, but you're getting that, like, every once in a while you get that feeling of like, we definitely heard that. We're probably being watched. As you get to the last, like, third of a mile, I'm just going to put you about here. And you guys can control these tokens too. Or at least you should be able to. You can see a encampment just over a hill. And flying around that encampment, there are 3 figures. And these are familiar to you. You've seen them back on Earth. They are humanoid figures with skeletal bird heads and leathery bat-like wings. Each one of them is holding a 2-handed lance-like object. And, they seem to be doing a circling kind of formation around what can only be described as a quarry. In that quarry, you could see some other figures moving about, standing guard, and other ones that appear to be intently working, filling up carts, moving them into positions, and sending them on their ways.
I doubt they could see that as clearly, so I'll relay that to them.
Should we be worried about them?
How many do you count?
You
So,
can, you
go
count
ahead.
3 flyers and 4 non-flyers.
And I have no way of telling what these beings are. But they do look like the things we encountered on Earth.
Encountered these things before?
To my shame, I ran from them.
Yes, you remember They were the creatures that were chasing you into the minute mark.
Oh, I can't quite recall them having wings.
Some of them do, some of them don't.
This gets stranger to me.
It's all strange to everybody.
To avoid casualties, I suggest a strategy should be hatched.
I concur.
It's actually pretty stupid of them to leave us to our own methods. If we screw this up, then bring them back to the mirror, are we in danger of bringing more of these things into our world?
Maybe we'll shatter the mirror on our way back.
But what if we get back before them?
Can we shatter it from the other side?
Same problem, different outcome.
Well, hopefully we can get everyone we need. And then maybe that will be the possibility, the plan B. We're just trying to save them before they do anything to them, correct?
I would prefer no one be injured.
I agree.
Well, I mean, I agree that the humans, shouldn't be injured, but I don't know if necessarily if the winged creatures and the are gonna go without being hurt.
Well, I can start pecking some of them off from here, maybe get them to leave the camp. And perhaps our flying friend could dispatch them as you two move into the camp and get the people to safety so we can avoid any casualties.
I mean, we could do that, but I mean, what says that they're not going to turn back on us as we could be putting people in danger by doing that.
Putting people in danger already by being here.
Well, I mean, they were taken here, so they're already in danger. But we could put unwarranted danger, if we took them out before they had a chance to have the humans inside, be in the line of battle.
Then what would you suggest?
We try to lure them out here to us and pick them off as they approach.
And if they don't approach?
I mean, then we have to make a different choice, but I mean, we have to try first, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Let me draw them here while you two get closer in case they don't come.
Is Alistair on the ground?
No, I'm
Oh,
fine.
that's a really good thing because your jet engines make a ton of noise.
I know. I was just about to
I
ask.
totally forgot about that.
Oh yeah, I wasn't. There's no way to stealth it or whatever.
Nope.
At least
Yeah.
not
So
yet.
I just wonder how close were you getting then? Like,
I mean, my understandings were a third of a mile out. I'm staying with the group. I'm just looking at it from above, trying to gain additional detail.
I don't know if a third of a mile probably isn't as far as you think.
Yeah, no, they're definitely
Yeah.
hearing you. They're definitely
yeah, that's
hearing
what I
you.
was about to say. And also, when you said I concur, I was like, oh, he's on the ground with us. And then you said you were fine. I'm like, oh, wait.
Yeah. So which is it?
Yeah, you can't hear this if you're up in the air with that jet engine going.
Then I guess I don't hear it.
Okay, then what are you doing? Third of a mile up.
Oh, I'm not that far up. I'm like, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 feet. And what I'm doing is I'm checking my magazine and racking in and around on my Browning. And the second they turn in my direction and start moving towards us, I'm going to let them have it.
Oh, that's good.
I think Grayson is just kind of looking up at them, jet packed up there and doing everything. And he just kind of like looks down and goes, well, I was thinking that if we were thinking of the potential, if they don't get lured out, that maybe the flying one, Alistair, could, I don't know, drop me down inside the camp unnoticed, but I think, if anything,
Make
he's drawn
far
more
too much-
attention to everybody.
Yeah, far too much noise, unfortunately.
What?
I go down low a little bit. I'm like, it's too loud.
I'm sorry, you're kind of just flying and right next to me. I don't hear what you're saying.
I just fly
It
away.
was at that point Alistair realized he fucked up.
Can't all be winners. They
There is
can't
going to
all
be that. I'm going to have to be like, you fucked up here, I think.
I mean, they can't all be winners, like I said.
Because, like,
I accept that mistakes
how
were made. I'm new to
far
this.
away
you know?
can you hear a jet engine?
I think, if anything, I'm gonna
That
look to
we're all
Daniel and
deaf
Tom.
too.
Yeah, because just hearing this nearby, but I was thinking like in this sense,
You'd have to be pretty high up.
right? Because I was like, if they're trying to capture humans and people,
Oh, you
could
think
you
going
guys
into your facade?
yeah, because I was like, if they're trying to capture people, maybe you guys could use me as a ruse of they would take me, because if they're just capturing people and not doing anything to them, I could get inside.
Well, I think that can we sense them?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, you could typically hear a jet engine from a third of a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
happened to be exactly the calculation he said. Third of a mile up. But yeah, that's my coin in the dish of possibilities of things to do.
I mean, we could do amalgamation of both of that.
Okay.
Like you could go in and then, yeah, we could do both of those things and still be as effective.
Right.
I guess after a minute, I will come down to the ground and disable, like turn the engine off. Just be like, so what are we flying here, fellas?
I was
After
busy.
getting the dust sands out of my eyes and fixing my glasses.
After he alerts them to our presence, what's the plan, gentlemen?
What's those creatures flying at us?
What are those?
Those things look might unfriendly.
Yeah, they do look a little unfriendly. It's true.
So what's the plan here?
I kind of like Nate's thing.
Yeah, we can maybe try to say that we're bringing another slave to
Okay.
and get in, and then we can take them out silently.
I almost don't think that one of us should bring them in because we clearly don't know the customs of this land, or if they would even recognize us as not being one of their own. But if he were to wander over there,
You mean to just pretend I somehow got into this night realm?
or that you've walked away from another camp,
You're right. Here, and I'm gonna grab some of like my material that I grabbed from the place. Just try to get my hands tied for me.
Okay. I mean, I'll guess use some fabric or whatever from his little makeshift thing to tie his hands up.
Yeah.
Okay.
he said, knowing that we fucked up.
Oh, I fucked up. You guys didn't fuck up.
Yeah, but it's all of us in this at this point.
Oh,
I mean-
you guys fucked up.
No, it was, the way Duality said that kind of was like, yeah, that's a thought. That's the thing you can do.
That's an idea.
That's one way to go about this.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
All right.
Okay.
What I guess I'll do is I'll just start running at the place and try to pay no mind to the ones that are
Ooh.
flying above, and
What if you ran there claiming that there were monsters, hideous monsters chasing you? One with a jetpack attached to his back.
well, I was thinking something along those lines, and if they think there's just another reason to grab me, I was thinking they just would think I was just somebody that stowed away from someone else that was trying to capture it. I don't know how these people in this Nightland work, but it seems like they're trying to go for some form of slavery or grabs. They want them for a reason.
I agree.
Maybe they would think just because I'm trying to escape, maybe they think it's just one of them that wandered off. But I'm just gonna get up there and act like I'm running for my life.
What's the signal for when you want us to engage?
And he
Hmm.
kind of crookeds his glasses on his face, and then he says, I'll say, no, not without my glasses. And I
Okay.
will make sure to
I
drop them.
can't hear from that far away. I can see.
I will make sure to say it as loud as possible. I don't know
Why
what
don't
other
you just
signal
turn
that...
into your? You could turn into your Morphus, and maybe he could see that.
But then it obstructs the whole reason of going in there.
Well, if you're busted and you have to give us a reason to come in for you, then it's already over.
I thought you meant the signal that I was going in.
No, a signal that you needed us to engage is what I just said.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I've never done
Mm.
this. This.
You're
He just kind of like wipes sweat off his head. Like, I've never done
just a
this
simple
before.
tailor.
Yeah. I've never done this before, but I've watched
Okay.
enough movies and read enough comic books to have some idea of what to do.
Okay.
One of my tattoos runs across my chest, and it looks like a little minotaur, and all four of his hands go up like, like I don't know, and then he runs off.
What would Batman do?
And then one of my tattoos runs out dressed like Batman with a cape, and he puts his hands on his hips, and he like charges.
All right. Well,
Okay. So if it does go awry, I will do what I can to protect the people that I see. And I takes a deep breath. He's like, we'll see what happens. I look at Thomas. This is a chance to be heroes, right?
to be successful heroes. We already have 2 deaths on our hands.
All right. I start my march and get ready to get over that hillside and start to panic.
Keep my gun fixed so that way, if anything were to happen, I could react in time.
Same.
Okay. So, feel free to move yourself up in the direction.
Yeah, as soon as he just starts running by.
Okay. So you start running by, and what ends up happening is 2 of these things, they just swoop down. These things just swoop down on you.
Help!
And they just stop, and they kind of they do kind of like the guard crossing the spear thing, and they kind of just box you in. They are silent, like they're just staring at you, and like the bottom of the beak does kind of like a click 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 sound, and one of them goes to grab at your shoulder.
Oh, please now help me!
They stay silent. You look you look into their eyes, right? Because you have all the time in the world to study these things. And here, I will put a picture. It's not a great picture. Hold
I
on.
mean, I trust your judgment of when you're saying looking into their eyes. So
Well, I just want to find another picture of this thing that I could show you what they look like. Because the one picture I have in the one book, it's just not. It's not great. Like, it's a little blurry. Okay, here we go. It's going to be a little fuckered up, but here, I'll post it right here in this chat.
okay.
You'll have to turn your head sideways. But it looks like that thing with the wings. And it's holding like a similar item for as far as their weapon. They're like, you see what I was talking about? Like it's kind of like a skeletal bird head with leather batish wings.
Once I'm able to find it, but yeah, that description definitely makes sense. There it is. Found it.
Okay.
So they're just very hollow eyes. Okay.
Yeah, like you look into it and it's like you don't even see eyes. Like it's just like a chasm. Like there's nothing there. These things these things appear to be more construct than organism. But
Okay.
also made of semi-organic material? Like bug chitin?
Yeah. Okay.
You don't get the feeling that these things are very. That you don't think they don't come across as having like a thinking intelligence, more so long as a programmed intelligence.
Okay. So I guess the real question is am I believable enough that this program of whatever they have to do is to lure me in?
They're just trying to drag you over to the gate thing now.
Okay. I'm practically just going to pretend I'm fighting against it then.
Yeah, they're just dragging you toward the gate.
Okay.
And they're just going to toss you in. If you let them.
Yeah. I'm playing this out.
In you go. And one of them is going to start flying off kind of like in a patrol pattern. While the other two maintain their flight pattern near the front gate. But you get inside and you see more of the hounds, which are the other things in that image. They're more humanoid. They have the mohawk of white hair. Again, kind of like skeletal, dark plate armor, bug chitin bodies. They're all carrying a like one of those dark steel swords. They have one in one of their hands. And they seem to be functioning kind of like taskmasters. You do see a number of people in here that are working diligently, trying to dig and mine. They're moving chunks of rock and ore and all kinds of stuff over to crushers and smelters. Like this place is bustling. There are each one of these is going to be 2 people. Each icon is going to be 2 people, so there's 2 force. There's 8 people total in here.
Okay. And they're just kind of rounded up and around this camp.
Yeah, I'm just gonna actually put the other them on here. Yeah.
Okay.
Just.
So from what I'm understanding is there's at least 8 people, but just 2 hounds that are watching in here.
Yes. No.
Gotcha.
That you can see right now. Yeah, from where you're at.
Okay. So I just flop on the ground a little bit, try to get myself back up to my feet. Is there any doors for these people to like escape through if it was ever opened?
No, this is a walled area. There is there's a shaft going down the middle of it. That could go in other directions, but all you see is the opening.
Okay. And nothing's coming for me from being dropped in here. It's just
Mm.
I'm in here.
You're just in here for the moment. Like you've just hit. Like I'm not gonna have anything
Okay.
happen just right this second.
Okay.
This is your time to kind of soak in the surroundings.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna practically act like a rat in a maze and just start kind of like running around, but mostly just looking to see whose head's who's doing what.
Okay.
Just despite all your rage.
Yeah, just please help me.
Okay. So if you're gonna be that kind of person, you're gonna get one of the hounds.
Okay.
It's gonna come up, shove a shovel and a pick in your hand, and push you like in this direction.
Okay. What are you doing to me? Where are you taking me?
Again, no words, just continuing to shove you in a direction. The person over here is gonna kind of just scoot over and be like, "You're gonna make it worse for all of us. Just get to work. Just dig and take
What?
whatever you dig, put it in the cart over there, and wheel it over to the rock crushers.
What? Why are they having us work here? What do they want us to do?
All we know is we're supposed to dig these rocks, put them on the crushers, and if we find any cases that we need to call over the hounds immediately. It's what the overseer said.
How many of us are here?
There's 8 of us here right now. This is a small section. We came from a bigger camp up to the north. They just brought in a mother and her kid a little while ago. They're down in the mine themselves. But there were 6 of us before they came.
Could they make a child doing labor like this?
These things aren't human.
Terrible. So I just start shoveling, and I'm starting to now just pay attention to what the hounds do as I do. And
They kind of just act like security cameras and guards at the same time. They just stand in place. Anytime somebody's not working, they force them back to work. They either prod them. They have whips that they can hit people with. They make intimidating gestures. They seem to be incapable of sound,
I see.
but
or
they choose not to make noise.
Okay. I lean over to the man that was speaking with me. I'm Grayson.
Dan.
Dan?
Yeah.
All right. What special cases causes these hounds to come over here?
What was that?
What special cases cause the hounds to come over here?
What do you mean cases?
Isn't that what you said? You said a case.
Oh, the
Sometimes
case.
we do something.
The
if
case.
we
They
find
want
a
us to
case.
find the cases. We don't know anything beyond that. If we find the overseer described it as a trunk, a case. It's going to be about the size of an old steamer trunk, they said. And if we find it here, we need to let them know right away. But they didn't tell us. The overseer didn't say anything beyond that.
All right. And I'm going to keep that in mind, and I'm going to look busy.
Okay. So let's take a quick cut from you and go back to the group. You guys, from your vantage point, Frail, were able to witness when Nate got in, when Grayson got within a certain area. These 3 hunters swoop down and throw him inside the compound. And one of them tore off to the southwest like it was doing a patrol loop. It started to kind of circle back from where it came. You estimate you don't have a lot of time before it kind of makes its way to you. But it is doing kind of like a loop-de-loop, taking up more area, coming closer with each kind of flight pattern that it does. Kind of like a search.
Yep, I'll point that out to the others too.
In fact, at one point, Grayson, you see that one of those hunters fly over the camp itself.
Okay. And I will try to pay attention if it does that fly over in a bit of a pattern and see how often, and I'm going to try to just make sense of what I could potentially do between the time it flies over.
And back to Frail, Tom, and Death. What do you guys do?
How long do we give him before we go after him?
Until he gives us the signal. Isn't that what we agreed on?
I mean, but what if they killed him before he can give us the signal? How long do we wait?
I can see him right now.
Oh, okay.
But I'm more concerned about this patrolling thing.
I mean, I fly. I could go after it, but it may alert the others.
I could possibly streak it over this way, or unless any of you have other gifts I'm unaware of. But I feel like any attention we cause puts him in more danger.
I agree. I think we gotta at least give him a few minutes, at least, to get in there and see what's really happening. Hopefully that's enough time.
All right, then we wait.
You wait. All right. So while you're
Unless-
waiting, oh, go on.
I was just going to ask Nate what I'm saying.
You're
Working
practically
on it.
just seeing me kind of like working, but I think I'm going to be notably trying to like see if I can see you from any angle. So it's like more just look over my shoulder and adjust my glasses and trying to get like some sight that you can see me.
I wouldn't want to give away our position.
Yeah, I think it's just more I'm trying to see you. Is there anything that glints off you or anything you can use on your scope that would allow me to know it's
I'm
you?
saying I don't want to give away our position.
All right, then Grayson's just practically going, where are they? And continues back to work.
So this is where we're at.
I don't understand the meme. But thank you.
It was just me being like, oh yeah, the plan's working. High five. And not see anybody. It's like, all right.
This was your plan, dog. I mean, it's all you at this point.
True. Not gonna lie. All right, so you're saying this is where we're at. We're just waiting now, kind of just a plan to pop off.
Well, it's your. What was your point of going in there? If
My point was to at least see if I could find where all these people were and see who's ever mostly in distress. But I want to see if I can find a quote unquote case that would cause a hound to come over and then make a break for that area.
Okay, wait. Repeat that.
My plan is to see if he's saying, oh, they're looking for a case. I'm like, okay, I'm going to see if I can quote unquote find a case. And if I get to something that I'm like looking at, I'm going to go, oh, like I found a case, or what's this case? See if the hound comes over just so that I can start making a break for the shaft.
Okay, so you're gonna announce that you've possibly found a case.
Yeah.
Okay, that is enough to garner the attention of the two hounds that are directly near you on this side, and they're both gonna come rushing over since they heard the words. And I mean, they are on you quick. Like these things are like, you thought you were quick. These things are at least as fast as you and your friends are now when you're in your Morphous forms. And they are in a lot better condition physically than the ones you saw on Earth.
Okay.
You saw hunters before, you've seen hounds before. You didn't know what they were called until you met with the Nightbane earlier before crossing these mirrors and working with the railroad. But the ones you saw were really beat up, like they had been in a lot of fights. These ones, they're in really good shape.
Okay. Yeah, practically I'm just keeping whatever mudding that I'm just making here and just being like, is this what you want? Is this the case that you're looking for?
They don't make a noise. They just kind of shove you out of the way and start looking through whatever it is you're...
Okay, so both of them are right in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay. And I take the moment of getting shoved away and I start to transform.
All right. That's the signal.
Yeah, I guess what he would see is I back up and then through the back of my coat, he just sees those arms just start busting out of his back through his ribs.
All right.
As soon as he sees the signal, I'm gonna head up there and help him.
I'll take a
Hey.
shot on one of the hounds. I'm sorry, go ahead, Tom.
I just said same. I'm just gonna rush off and
Yeah. Kick in the jet engine and go full speed. Yeah.
All right, so that's going to cause everything to kind of hear you.
Okay.
Get me. I'll fly him away.
I'm assuming you guys are tearing off toward the entrance.
I'm staying where I'm at. I'm shooting immediately whatever hound's closest to him.
All right, so Death is tearing in. Tom, are you tearing in too?
Yep.
All right, I just want to get you guys separated over. And all these hunters are going to kind of tear toward you to try and head you guys off. So you guys are going to basically come face to face with 3 hunters. Death, you'll be in the air, so you have that part going on. Tom, you're on the ground. Frail, you are doing the kaplink thing, which I guess I need a piece of paper now and a pen.
Okay.
Because it's going to be initiative time. All right, so Death,
You get initiative and you get initiative.
Nate.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do enemies as I'm going to do enemies, hunters, and hounds as their own separate initiatives. So,
Okay.
initiative works like always. It's a D20 plus your initiative modifier. Hounds. 21.
Let's see.
Hunters.
I didn't even get
13.
Is that one me? Yeah, I got a 2.
I'll wait till you're ready, so I'm not giving you too many numbers.
There we go. I didn't have a game master roll there. 16. All right, so Nate, what's your initiative bonus?
It's a +2 in Morphos, but since I'm practically starting not transformed, would it just be flat?
Yes, it'll be flat. 4.
I did roll a d20, but I just didn't see it pop up in the chat window.
Go ahead and roll another d20, and if you roll under your ME, your Morphous shape will be instantaneous.
Okay. Did that pop up for you?
That did pop up for me.
Okay. And my ME is 12?
Let me take a look, because I got your character sheet right here.
Yeah.
Your
It's like the
ME
becoming takes one
is
from it.
13.
Oh, okay. +1. I'm
Oh.
trying to understand where I'm seeing this ME. There it is. 13. Yeah, you're right. I was looking in natural abilities.
Yeah, so save ME 12 versus higher. So you need a 13. You do it.
Okay.
So you transform instantly. So yeah, your initiative will be 6.
Okay.
You get that +2 because that's an instantaneous one. Frail 11 plus what?
2. It's 13 total.
13. Perfect. Tom?
20.
20. That's right. I see it right there. And Death, you rolled a 1.
Yeah, I got a 2, bro.
You got a 2.
Yeah.
Those dice took you to Pound Town.
Yeah.
All right.
What can you do, though? Yeah.
So here we are at this point. The hunters are going to go first. I'm sorry, that the hounds are going to go first. Then Tom. Then the hunters. Then Frail. Then Nate. Then Death. 1, 2. Okay. So, hounds. You said you stepped back so they could.
Yeah,
kinda
when
dig.
they pushed me out of the way, I just kind of let them push me out of the way to get in the hole, and then I just used that momentum to make my arms burst out of my back, catch me on the ground a little bit.
Okay. So you do that. One of the hounds in the back is going to notice that you've transformed,
Okay.
and he's going to make a run at you. Mind you, you guys can move at incredibly quick speeds. So this map is more for you like looking at it rather than for scale. I want to get that out of the way really quick.
Okay.
This isn't like, oh, you can only move 35 feet. You move quite a bit faster than that. For instance, let's get to speed. Where's the speed chart? It should be like right freaking there.
I see it right under my PB SPD.
This raw natural ability to run. Yeah, but I'm looking for the, like, this is how many feet. Like, this is what your actual speed is.
Because I'm saying my speed is 21 and my Morphus is 42.
Yeah. I'm looking for the speed chart table on this PDF. I know exactly where it is on my hard book. Give me 2 seconds.
Got you.
Okay. So, for instance, you said you had a 21.
Mm-hmm.
That means you can move at a 21 speed. You can run approximately 15 miles per hour. What's the other one?
42.
42. Approximately 30 miles per hour.
Okay.
So, like I said, this map is more for your, like, you can see where the enemies are physically and where you are. Don't really worry so much of, can I make it there? Because the answer is, yeah, probably.
Okay.
So don't let the distance on the map be a deciding factor. So these things are gonna move in on you. So you're practically surrounded. 2 are not facing you at the moment, but these 2 are definitely gonna take their swings.
Okay.
So 1 is an 18, and the other is a 9. A 9. So both of those do connect. Now remember, you have the ability to dodge or parry.
Okay.
A parry does not take a melee action to do, but you do need something to parry with. So like a handheld implement, like a weapon of some kind, like a sword, a
Like
knife,
a shovel?
will work for parrying. Or you can dodge. Dodge will use your next. You will use your next melee action. So pick and choose how you're going to do those. Is basically what I'm saying.
Okay.
Or you have the option just to take the hit.
Got you. All right. So you said they're already striking then?
2 have struck. They
Okay.
scored high enough to strike.
All right. Then I am going to try to parry. Can I parry multiple or just one?
You can parry multiple.
Okay. I'm going to try to parry with the shovel.
Okay. To do that, you're just going to roll a d20 plus your modifier, and you have to exceed the rolls of the targets. So
Okay.
you need to do better than a 9 and better than an 18. That one is better than a 9.
Do I have to roll another one?
You do have to roll
The other
another
guy?
one. You got to roll them
Gotcha.
separate. But pang ka-pang, you parry these 2 strikes. And then the other 2 are going to take their actions because you're surrounded. A 9 and a 19. Your call.
9 or a 19 to parry?
9 and a 19.
Okay.
I'll get the 9. That will not get the 19.
Okay.
You are
At least 3 out of the 4.
Yeah. You have parried 3 out of 4 attacks. Like, just these sword things are coming at you from all angles, and you managed to parry all of them but 1. And it is going to hit you for 15 points of damage.
Okay.
All right. The next in the order would be Bahatam or Daniel.
All right. So I am going to move my head to try to blind the 3 that are in front of me.
Okay.
Like, just get, since there's so much light out there, just like focus in on them and see if I can stun them.
Okay. What's the mechanic on that again? Because
it's a 1 to 60% chance to blind them, onlookers, in bright light.
okay, 1 to 60.
1 through
1
60%
through 60.
chance.
Okay. So you just roll your percentile.
Okay.
Negative Ghost Rider. It's too high.
All right.
That would be your action. Next, we are at Thomas or Frail.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna cock back and take a shot.
All right. Roll a d20.
Yep.
Oh, that is definitely going to hit. Bullets are kind of a special case. You cannot parry a bullet, obviously. I'm getting some echo from Death.
Are you?
Yep.
I'll put myself on push to talk.
Echo.
You can't parry a bullet, so... but they can be dodged, but you got to know they're coming in order to dodge. And they don't know this is coming. So go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
13. Ha ha ha. Okay. Perfect. Next person on the list would be the hunters, actually. All right. So one of these is definitely going to go take its swing at Death. It's going to be a 6. 1 and 2 for Tom. 3 and 4 for Death. Another one's going to swing at Death. That's going to be a connection. And the last one. Death, you got 3 and 4. They all attacked you this round. They all hit. Well, they all could hit. And they're swinging at you with their spears. What are you going to do? And I think he forgot these on Push to Talk.
Yeah, I did. Okay. So, what are my options for mitigating? I can use a power if that's possible. I could, I don't know. I don't know what it goes against.
So
You can parry your dodge.
you could parry your dodge, depending on like what powers you have. You would have to have pre-activated them, but they might mitigate. Like Shadow Shield gives you extra damage absorption, kind of like a overshield. But at this point, it would be parry or dodge. Parry will not use a melee attack up, where dodge will.
I guess I'll go for parry then.
Okay.
So what do I need to do for that?
Roll your d20 and add your parry bonus. And you need to get better than a 6, an 8, and a 9.
Where do you see? Oh, I see it. +2. Okay. Well, I got a 7.
So that'll get
Do I
past the
roll
6.
for each one?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, well, whatever the first one was a 7.
Although we might change that next session if everybody agrees.
17 on the second. And,
Yeah, you parry all 3.
16 on- Nice.
I know I'm reading this parry mechanic wrong too, but this is more fun. All right, next up in the order is looks like Frail went. Nate.
Back to me already.
Well, you're 6. You're number 6. You dodged. You didn't
Yeah.
actually attack
Okay.
or parried.
I
should say.
think, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is try to attack the one in the south of me. And that's just a d20 to roll on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you only need a 5 or higher, so that does connect.
Okay. And you said I can attack up to a certain amount of times?
Yes. Well, you can use one of your attacks.
Okay. I did use one of my attacks, just hitting them with the shovel, I guess, at this
Yeah.
point.
So a shovel is going to be... God, that echo is going to kill me. Where is it coming from?
Is it me? I can try muting myself.
I don't know. The shovel... Oh, God, I don't have shovel damage. Let's just say 2d6 plus your strength damage. Yeah, that'll work.
2d6 plus my strength damage.
Yeah.
And that's just physical strength?
Yeah, it's going to be on your sheet. You're in Morphous form, right?
Yep.
So it's going to be
So
your
it'd be
supernatural
41.
strength. It's going to be your supernatural strength punch damage in that case.
So 41.
4D.
And trying to find combat +1 attack.
So it's 1d6 times 10 plus 14 for your SDC damage
Okay.
in Morphous for a regular strength punch. So let's go ahead and roll that.
So not the shovel strength.
No, the shovel, you can add the shovel, but the shovel's going to break. And so I'm not going to include it in that. It's just this attack's going to break the shovel.
Okay. I don't know how to delete this
Oh,
D2, so
Just let it roll.
okay. There we go. Okay, so times what dice?
1d6 times 10. And then I'll add the 14 to it.
D6 times 10.
Yeah.
So there's the first die.
74.
Plus 14.
Yep, I added that in.
Got it. Okay, cool.
74. So that is 87 total to one of them. Close. All right. And then that brings us to death. Who is muted?
Yeah, I remembered this time. So I have my gun in my hand, and that bitch is 20 rounds of full auto, so I'm just going to mag dump the nearest ones to me.
All right, so it's not like... So
I mean, I don't know how it works, because I've never used this weapon before, so, like, just to tell me how it works, and then that's what I'm going to do.
Yep. Full burst. Burst. Been a while since I've done a full burst. Unprepared for that.
Sorry, homie.
That's all right. It is just over here in this book. I can't. It depends on the weapon itself. So I was gonna find it. Dodging bullets, energy blasts, game terms. Of course, it doesn't just have it right there because that would make things way too freaking easy. Whatever, let's just do a single bullet times the number of bullets, but you're not doing 20 at once.
I mean, yeah, whatever you say, that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, that's cool.
Because I know it's not 20. I know it doesn't do the whole empty a clip. I can't find it. So we're just going to make a ruling. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a single bullet, multiply it by the number of bullets you're doing. But because of the recoil, it's going to be -3 on the roll. And I'll look this up later.
Okay. So the damage is 5d6, so
Let's roll 5d6, and then use the thing there to put like a star with the number of bullets in the magazine.
it's 20. So yeah, oh yeah, I have it notated on my character sheet like that as well. So you want me to roll the hit now, or do you want me to
Roll the hit.
the damage?
Roll the hit.
Okay. Okay. 6. Shit.
What'd you roll?
A 6 total.
That
The
that
dice are
hit,
not
that
being
hits.
kind this evening. Oh, okay, cool.
Actually, we
So-
got to look at the one thing here, and that's their armor rating, because it just has to exceed their armor rating. And I believe a hound has a 12, so that may not make it through. Or you're at the hunters, so they have slightly less armor. Their armor rating is 13 against normal weapons. So yeah, it does not hit.
Okay.
Sorry, but you
No,
did
it's
burst
cool.
that entire magazine.
Okay.
I gotta look up that rule there because there's 2 types of bursts that you can do, and they have different benefits. And I want to give you those 2 burst types next time.
Okay. That would be good. Can I use a power?
You've already burned your attack.
Okay, so that's it. I'm done then.
You're done, and you'll get that through because remember, you got you have 5 attacks on your character.
Yeah, I think so.
So it'll just loop back around to you here in just a couple minutes. Let's see, hand to hand, 5 in Morphus, yeah. And now it's going to loop back to hounds. All right, hounds are all on you, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4. Only one of them scores high enough to actually connect with you. And that's a 10.
Okay. I'll try to parry that if possible, or am
Yep.
I out?
You can parry.
Got you.
Parried. Oh, wait. The shovel broke. So no.
Oh, okay, the shovel is broken.
Yeah, because it did
so
you did massive damage with that shovel. Like
Got
when
you.
you hit with it, it freaking shattered.
Got you.
Um,
Is that possible to use for dodge then, or do I have to roll
you
something
could
else?
dodge. That will burn your next melee action.
Got you.
So you will not be able to act as an attack in this turn.
Okay.
But yes, you can switch that to a dodge.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it to a dodge.
Okay. Hounds moves over to Tom.
Okay. I am going to expend 8 PPE
Mm-hmm.
to use my Dark Song.
Okay.
That means that they have to roll a D20 and they have to get above an 11 or be stunned for 1d4 rounds.
Okay. I will roll all 3 of them at once. 2 of them roll above, 1 rolls below.
Okay.
I'm going to move the one that below over to here.
Okay. And they are stunned for 3 rounds.
Okay. And what does that stun do for them? Does it say underneath Dark Song? Different stuns have different effects.
To be used. If they roll under, they are stunned for 1d4 melee rounds. The attacker can raise the number by that just says that they're stunned for
All right.
1d4 melee rounds.
Let me pull up Dark Song.
And actually, sorry, Death, you've got to roll it too.
Okay. So, what am I rolling? Say one more time.
A d20.
What do I add to that? Anything?
If you have any
PE
PE.
bonuses. Yeah.
PE bonuses?
Yeah, so if you have a
That
high
was-
PE. What's your
I
PE?
mean, in Morphus, it's a 24.
Yeah, so you have a PE bonus.
Okay. Well, I'll get the D20 out of the way. There you go.
Your PE bonus is plus, you said 20?
Oh, you got to
20.
be rolling 17. He made it anyway.
Yeah, okay. I was saying his PE bonus is plus 3.
I notated that, so we don't have to look it up next time.
Mine's 25. What's that?
Hmm?
I said my PE in Morphous form is 25. What's that bonus on that?
Oh, that bonus is quite high as well. Let me go back to that chart. 25. 5.
And that's my turn since I used my power.
Okay.
How is mine 3 at 24 and his is 1 point more than mine and it's up? Plus
Oh, I thought
2
you
and
said
I'm-
20. My bad, dude. It's
I'm
5.
sorry. Oh, okay. All right. I was just not understanding the math on that.
Yeah, no, it pairs up. So 1819 is 2, 2021 is 3, 2223 is 4, 2425 is 5, and so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yep. The math's just I didn't have the right number. All right. So stunned just means they can't really do anything. Like they're stuck
Yeah.
there. So these two are stunned.
No, just one.
Oh yeah,
The
this
one you
one.
moved over.
Yep.
Yep.
Stunned. He can do nothing. I'm moving him out of the way. All right. Frail.
If I can tell one stunned, I'll shoot at that one.
Yeah.
I'll load the full clip.
God, you guys are weird with that. Make me look up a obscure.
I'm kidding. I'm just taking
Automatic
one shot.
firing
I'm
rule.
I'm kidding. I'm making one shot. Unless him doing that was only one attack instead of all 5.
It's one attack, but it burns all of the ammo.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna be sparing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You need me to roll a d20. Sorry. I ain't gonna do anything.
What'd you roll?
A 4.
A 4. Do you have any bonuses to strike?
Why didn't you ask me that last time?
Because you rolled above the number.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't
Would
going to
that
be able
be
to
on a
dodge
strength?
anyway. It'd be
That won't be on the strength.
under bonuses Morphus. Plus
Yeah.
2 strike, so you actually have a 6.
Yep.
So yeah, you were able to hit.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. 4, 5.
That's why I like having all your character sheets in the journal right here for me.
There you go. 16 smackers.
16 smackaroonies. All right. Boom. And that's to the stunned one?
Yes.
Okay. Just going to put a little aura around it. There we go. It says disease, but it'll be stunned.
Diseases are stunning.
Diseases are stunning. Next up on this list goes from Frail to Nate, but Nate can't act. Which brings
Nate
us,
acts pretty well.
I know he does. He's a good voice actor, but he burned up his action, which would bring us to death.
Right. I think at that point, I'm going to let the weapon rest on the strap that it's on it, and draw my sword.
Okay.
And whack the nearest guy.
All right, you got 2 of them right there to choose from.
All right. So I'll go with the guy that's says Baja Tom on it, because he's the closest one to me. Take a step towards him, like right there.
Bring it, bitch.
I gotta move my
You just gotta click on. Oh, you might be on the. I was gonna say you might be on the like ray tracer or something, not the.
Yeah,
I thought somebody already was Tracer.
So as I move forward, I draw the katana in a swift motion and go for a nice, good midsection attack.
Okay.
And that's a 10.
So that's gonna hit.
Nice.
So you're gonna roll your damage, which is your supernatural strength plus your weapon. Okay, so the burst is automatic firing. Burst weapons are not intended for accuracy. Reduce shooter's weapon proficiency bonus strike by half. If the character does not have weapon proficiency, the weapon is -3 to strike. Yeah, just bullet times number of bullets. Ha, found it. 21 points of damage. One. Okay. Top of the round, hounds. Two of them are able to connect with you this time. You're doing a wonderful job dodging and all of that. You'd have to burn up 2 dodges to get out of the way this time, or... Are you keeping track of your attacks, by the way?
You're talking to me?
To Nate. And to everybody, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so far I've done 3.
Okay.
If parries, well,
Parries don't count.
parries don't count, so I've only done 1 attack.
Okay. Yeah, because the hounds, I think we're on 3 for the hounds. This is 3. Because they only have 1 more in them for this round. And then you have kind of like everybody who doesn't, you have more actions than they do. You have open action ability. So, what are you going to do? Dodge, take them.
I'm gonna just take this one.
4 points for one of them. 15 for the other. 19 total.
Okay. And that's added to the last one.
Yep. Also
Gotcha.
remember, at every round, which is when your turn comes back up, you regenerate 10 health.
Every time it comes back to me.
Every time it comes back to you.
Ooh, okay.
All right. From hounds to Tom.
All right. I am going to attack that one.
Okay.
And that is going to be basic hand to hand. So
That
it's a
hits.
6.
All right. Damage.
And that is going to be 5d6.
Yes, it is. $17. All right. Next on the list is Frail.
I will roll my d20. Oh, one's still stunned.
Still stunned.
7 hits. And 23. Almost max.
Almost max. And that was a gunshot?
Yep.
All right.
So I'm at 17 of 20.
All right. And that was the stunned one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming he's stunned. I haven't seen him do anything.
Yeah, it's the one off to the... Yeah, it's the one we said was stunned. Okay. 17, 23. 2, 3. That's going to bring that to a 9. 40. Okay, so that's 49. And I'm just going to remove him off the field. Boop. Between the crash landing from the stun and a couple really well-placed shots, that one is down.
Did it have a weapon?
It had a long spiked spear.
Okay.
They do 2d6 points of damage plus your supernatural PS.
Right. If we make it through this, I might grab me one.
From Frail to Nate, you actually can act this round.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to continue trying to take out the hound that was in the south of me.
Okay.
So I'll just go ahead and just basic melee attack. I don't think I don't have that weapon, nor do I think there's a weapon in reach.
That's going to connect.
Okay. And that's 1d6 times 10.
Yep. 74. That is another max
And then
damage.
plus 14.
Yep. So 60 plus that is 74. You're going to just rip its head off with that. And your suspicion is true. It is hollow on the inside.
Huh.
You notice when it hits the ground, it kind of fades away like a mirage. Same thing with that hunter out there, Frail. But it does leave behind its sword.
Okay.
Is it possible in this action to just tell Dan to go and try to get the others out?
Yeah.
Okay, that's practically what I'm going to do is just as soon as I get my thing, pull this thing's head off, I look to Dan and just go, go, get them out!
He is freaking out, so he is going to definitely agree to do that.
Deja vu.
And they're going to run out. So you guys will see a bunch of people kind of like burst out of this gate. I'm going to leave them there for now. And from Nate to Death.
Okay. Let's strike the dude in front of me again. This time I'm gonna do a power attack.
Okay.
It's a 21.
That hits. So your power attack damage.
So it's that plus more. Hold on. It's 44.
13 die 6. God damn. How much? 44.
Yeah.
That's-
Do I add the? Is there a strength? Oh, it's plus 1 additional damage. I have plus 1 attack.
It doesn't matter. You murk it.
Beautiful.
It falls to the ground. Its spear stays, but it kind of shatters into like liquidy liquidy shadows. It's like it hits the ground, shatters, and just fades.
Okay.
And that's going to move us back to Nate.
Man, I feel like it gets back to me so quickly.
The combat's pretty quick in this game.
Yeah. So then after I launch that one's head off, I'm going to just turn to my left, which is just in the east. And then I don't know if there's a way to use an attack as a form of grapple or push to like throw this hound into the one in the corner.
Yeah. That would just
Okay.
be a grapple. Just roll your attack.
Okay.
It's a 9. So yeah, you can grapple and toss. It's not
Okay.
gonna. It's gonna do like throw damage. It's like a D6 plus your strength. So whatever your full strength is, so it's a D6 times 10 plus 14, plus 1D6. So just roll a D6 for me. 1 times 10 is 10 plus, and now roll another D6. 16 plus 14 is 20. No, it's 16.
It's actually 30.
It's 30. Yeah, I had to add the
16,
extra
14
10.
is 30.
Yep.
Yeah.
30. And you're just tossing him like into the other one.
Yeah, I'm more wanting to grab the one in the east to throw him in the corner. So if they try to like break away
It's like that.
past me, I can grab. Yeah. I'm practically just trying to isolate these hounds on me so that they can't go for anyone else.
Gotcha. But yeah, that's done.
Cool.
That's everybody here. Everybody's taking a turn. Tom, did you take yours?
Yes.
I feel like I skipped somebody this round. All right, so top of the order would be hounds. This one's going to kind of just reposition himself slightly, but he's going to stay on the side you threw him on. All three of those have scored enough to hit. What you gonna do, Nate?
Oh, I can do more things.
Or are you gonna parry? Or are you gonna dodge? All three have scored enough to hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
How many, yeah, you need to figure out how many attacks you have left this round.
And I can't parry because I have no weapon.
Yeah.
So, and dodging is an attack.
Dodging is going to burn up your next attack.
Got you. So then I'm going to take the hits.
All right. 25.
Okay.
Just slash,
25,
slash,
25.
slash. These things are hitting a little light compared to the ones that you fought before.
Mhm.
No idea why. Maybe because they're not soldier models, they're guard models. But you do notice they are hitting a little light.
Yeah.
And
I'm
these-
going to just take it in a logical way that since they're hitting a bone appendage of my body, that I'm like, the nerves must not even be existent on this form.
These ones are going to continue to run out just a little bit. They're not going to get too far. All right. Hounds to Tom.
Okay, I'm going to hit the one in front of me again.
Okay. You've done a little bit of damage to that one already. Ooh. So close. So close. That is definitely going to connect. There's 16 points of damage. Which damage has that thing taken already? About 30. 46. Yeah. You're going to drop that one.
Yeah, I want to pick up its weapon.
All right. So you got a spear. Bladed spear. Tom moves down to Frail.
If I remember correctly, there was 3. One that was patrolling.
You've taken all the flyers out at this point.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
Then it's just that one in the no that's me. I had to zoom in on the pictures. I can't see. That's a building, right? That's not. I
These
can't
are
see Nate. Okay.
You can. These are going to be they're like chain link fences. I just didn't have chain link as a option.
I'm gonna look around, make sure nobody like with these shots that we're not alerting anybody.
Okay. You don't see anything coming from your telescopic range.
So if we're good for at least a quarter of like a third of a mile away. All right. Is there a withhold action?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll withhold and shoot at the next person that hits Nate.
Okay. Frail down from 13. We're going to go down the list again. This is Nate's action.
Okay.
And then these hounds are going to be out of actions next round. This is going to be their last action when they gets back to them.
So yeah, I'm gonna now practically the same thing I did with the one in the east. I'm gonna then try to swing the north one into the one in the west.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will roll that. Trust on that.
It worked.
Okay. And then you said just 1d6 for this?
Yes. Okay, so it's 30. Now roll another d6. 35 plus 14 is 49.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to take out this one because he's been hit a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
last one was enough to just kind of like shatter him.
Okay.
Because the thing getting hit's going to be the one taking the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it's absorbing all the force pretty much. It's catching the brunt of it. So you got 2 left. And that brings us to Death. What are you doing, Death?
I believe I only have 1 attack left for this round.
Yep.
So I will I don't like are there any more enemies? Are the 3
Just-
people below us enemies?
No, the people below your they look like normal people.
Yeah, they're running away.
They're running away.
Shouldn't we get them to run to the north for the mirror out of here?
I don't think that they can get through the mirror death. Where they're people.
Oh, okay. So how do we? What I wanted to do is try to help them, but I don't know which direction to help them in. I guess.
We'll have to ask them how they got in. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in lieu of that, I suppose I'll hold my turn, just chill for a second and see what happens, and then if something pops up that needs my attention, I'll attend to it.
Okay. You are reserving your turn. Which brings us to the hounds. This is their final action. And then they're out of actions. Which means I think whoever has 6 or more actions are going to be the only people to have things they can do left. I know
Where's
that's
that on the sheet at?
it is going to be for you and everybody. It would be underneath combat. It would say attacks per melee,
Okay.
facade, and morphous.
Yeah, I have 6.
Yeah, I only have 5.
Yeah, so Tom and Nate are going to be the only 2 that have actions left after this, I believe.
Well, I'm holding mine still. So.
Yeah,
So and if you
used
held an
up 5.
action, yeah, if you held an action, you still have that action. So these two are going to do what they do.
Now, when they go to attack, do I shoot before they hit?
You can, yeah, you can
Okay.
break that action. So go ahead and resolve yours. They're both going to go for a
Yep.
swing.
Mm-hmm.
2.
4 is not going to hit.
4 is not going to hit. Minimum is a 5.
Yep.
So you
Sorry,
crack
Nate.
off a shot.
Tried to save you.
It's all right. No worries. You're doing your best from there.
Taking it.
I
Sorry.
No, I was going to say it's like I'm there, but as far as I can see, never mind.
If Nate's still under attack, I'd like to use whatever I have in my turn to help him, but I don't see him on the map.
I'm at the bottom left portion of the map.
He's in the chain link fence area, the house.
I guess I will fly towards Nate. So you said was pretty much we can get there, and I fly really quick, so I'll fly over to Nate, wherever that would happen to be, because I can't really see.
Mouse wheel up.
No, you don't understand. Like at the end of the building, it's just gray, and I don't see him. I don't see his character on the map.
He's inside the building, not at the end of the building.
I don't see it.
You have to go inside the building to be able to see it.
Okay,
Move
well,
your
that's what I'm
physical
not
character.
understanding.
I'm not inside
What
the
part
building.
of move your character inside do you not
I'm
understand?
trying. Please.
I'm not inside the building. I can see him.
Okay. You can see him because it's a chain link fence. You're good. Okay. You're in the building. See you there. Boom. You fly in. Jet engines roar.
Yeah. And then I'll make a sword attack on the guy hitting Nate.
How do you know he's getting hit? Couldn't see him.
I don't know. He's there, and that guy's there. I rolled a 24.
Yeah, that's going to hit. Let's go ahead and do your action. 33.
34. I get +1.
All right, 34. It's a mighty slash. Does not kill it though. Regular roll damage is going to come through. Nate, you take a 19.
19 damage from that.
Yep.
Okay.
Hounds to Tom.
I am going to move over to these guys and try to talk to them and, tell them that we're here to save them.
Okay. They're all normal people, varying different looks. They're all a bit shaken. You do recognize the wife and kid from the cop's house in this group of people. And of course, they're freaking out looking at you because they need to roll horror factor. And they fail miserably. They're all like, ah! Freaking out, screaming like, what is it? It's so scary.
Yeah, because I'm super fucking scary.
Yeah, because you have like an 18 horror factor. Like you are
I do.
fucking horrific. So they are just like in stunned, like freaked out mode. Like
Yeah, disco ball ain't saving you.
yeah.
The subtle beat.
Stay alive.
You are. Yeah, God.
He
damn.
walks in, it's just like.
Yeah, so right now, you scared the living bejeebus out of them. They're not running away from you or anything, but they are freaking out. I mean, who can blame them? You're this giant, well, not giant, but you're huge, elk-like, weird, translucent-skinned, tattoo moving around, centaur, crystal guy with antlers. Kind of freaky looking, man. Kind of freaky deaky.
I agree.
So you're going to do your best to calm them down in this time, and we will transition from you to Frail.
We'll take another shot.
Kaboom.
I will roll the d20 as they do. I will pass my roll with flying colors.
Yes, you will. That bullet lands up directly in Death's left butt cheek.
14.
It It does not. It
So
hits. the target.
I'll want it style. Curve the bullet.
Okay.
Go between his legs. Go right under his coin purse.
It just grazes it. It just like
Mhm.
kisses it as it goes by. Not enough to do any damage, but just enough
Yep.
to let it know it was there.
You can tell I'm showing off at that shot.
Yep. Like it's just like I was here.
Mhm.
And it just tears through that target who has taken substantial damage at this point in time, and it falls back and shatters and dissolves into mist. There is only one of these things left. Nate, you are up.
Okay. This will be my 6th attack, and I'll start just swinging on it here.
You can't see without his glasses.
My
That hits.
glasses!
That's going to hit.
Okay.
God, he just reached in his pocket and pulled out the dude from the Voorhees.
54.
54 plus 14.
That was with the 14 because you rolled a 6.
Got you.
Cute, you think you had to reach.
All right. Death, you're up.
I think I'm out of attacks. What do I do now?
Nothing. And it's out of attacks. Everybody's out of attacks except for Nate. You have how many more attacks? That was number 6. So you have 7 and 8 here. You could just act with impunity.
Yep, just overhand.
I'm
Can I
gonna
just use 2 attacks like that?
You could do a power attack. That counts
Okay.
as 2 attacks.
Okay,
Can I
First line of
burn
you-
a portal?
What was that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
So if you miss with a power attack, though, you miss with you burn all your attacks.
Then
But
I'll just play
a
it safe.
power a regular punch will do a die 6 times 10 plus 14. A power punch is 2d6 plus 10 plus 14. So, I mean, it's the same damage either way.
Okay, then I'll just roll attack. So there's 7th.
Oh, it's going to hit. 74. This one's kind of fresh, so that hurt a lot. That definitely hit. And 64. Yeah, you tear through this thing. Just
Okay.
boom, boom. And it's gone.
Use up all my attacks on that then.
Yep. And all these things have been cleared out. Now you just have a gaggle of freaked out people outside. And you are standing in kind of like a quarry.
Okay. I think at this point I would try to transform back to normal.
Okay. Easily done.
Just trying to remember the seams.
What are those dice for?
I was made a macro.
Oh, cool.
Seeing if it works. Sorry. And it did. So I'm going to turn back into a human in front of them and try to calm them down that way.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a MA check. So what I want to do is have you roll a D20, and we're going to compare that toward your mental affinity, which is a 15. So there is a skill for trust and intimidate as well. I'm going to look at this 2 different ways. So go ahead and give me a D20 roll. What'd you get?
19.
19. And your is a 15, so that's not going to work. Trust and intimidate is 15. This goes down by 5% for each one on this thing. So 16 would be 40. 15 would be 35. Roll me a D100 as well. $19. I like that. Okay. So you try to calm them down, and they see you turn back into a person, and they're like, okay. They finally start saying, they're like, what? You're one of those weird things that turn into monsters too? How do we know you're not evil as well? You're just trying to trick us.
So I'm trying to take you back to our Earth.
All right. All right, yeah, let's. This has been. They're obviously freaked out. Like they've been through a severely traumatic experience here working in these mines, and they're just like, really, we're gonna go home. Like we can actually get out of here. Like it's actually possible to leave this place.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did Dan trust me when I said go get the others, like get them out?
Yes.
Okay, so he saw me turn in that thing and wasn't afraid.
Yes. Well, I don't think he saw you turn into the thing. He was booking people out the door.
Okay, so he just trusted what he saw. Went. Gotcha.
Well, did he see? Would he have seen you transform?
Well, I mean, when I got pushed back, I started transforming there, and I just didn't know if that pushback, he saw that happen.
I'm going to say he didn't see the transformation, but he definitely heard the get everybody out.
Oh, okay, so he didn't even...
And in that confusion, I don't know if he would have equated you to the monster.
Okay.
Because there's this, everybody's trying to burst out the door. The hounds are rushing.
Gotcha.
There's this flurry of stuff.
I wanted to double check. I didn't know if I accidentally avoided a horror factor situation.
No, I mean, it would have only happened right then and there, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was just my question.
Yeah, no, you're good. If I forgot about it, I forgot about it. We're not rewinding. But yeah, you finally managed to calm them down. Well, how are we going to get back? How do we get out of here?
We'll walk because there's a house. Oh, how far about?
Like
Was that?
A couple miles.
Yeah, we'll just walk for a couple miles, and there's a house, and then we'll, once we get there, we'll be able to get you out, hopefully.
Okay. All right. And then you see the wife and the kid from the house, and she's like, I got to get home. I got to get back to my husband. There was some stuff was happening when we were there. We were taken. He doesn't know what's going on. The little kid's going, am I going to get to see my dad again? I want to go home.
Got dinner to make.
There's a chicken in the oven. I'm going to burn the casserole. He hates it when I do that.
I just love that first thought after everything. Ah, shit, I gotta make dinner. As if today couldn't get worse.
Today couldn't get any worse. I burned the casserole.
Oh, it can get worse.
He's gotta go so I can get hit. Not finishing dinner.
Where's my dinner?
Do you know what kind of day I had today? I had to explain that to your husband when he came up.
We just got sucked into a mirror, was about to be put into physical labor. God, the fucking chicken's ruined. What about the mirror part, honey?
Yeah, right.
Dad, did you see this cool thing I got? I got it from this weird giant spider person. What?
No more TV, goddamn.
Yeah, go up to your room. But supper's almost ready. No, it's burnt. Go up to your room.
What are you talking about? That is punishment. The burnt chicken.
Yeah.
Eat that dry, stringy, burnt chicken. Eat your chicken, or no room for you.
You know, honey, I put up with a lot around here.
Really looking forward to this chicken dinner. All right, sorry for that.
Domestic violence is fun.
Dude, I get yelled at for showing weed. You just said domestic violence is fun. Why is no one yelling?
Because
Because
you ever watched the sitcom?
I know, it's like, have you ever watched The Honeymooners? Bang,
Oh,
zoom,
God, yeah.
straight to the moon.
Yeah.
I love when
Um,
they use that in Futurama
Yeah.
as their way for space travel.
Yep.
It's not a. It wasn't cute. It was a
Yeah.
metaphor for beating his wife.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, you got him calmed down. I'm gonna move Nate out of the little mine area if that's okay.
Okay. Yep.
Just put everybody back on the board. And you guys are gonna start the walk back up to the house.
Yep.
All right. Put you all together. All right. Did you guys talk about anything during the trip?
Yeah, I mention over to Tom and say, it's like good shooting back there. Quite a shot for a kid.
I would have probably maintained distance after watching them freak out with their monster forms. I would have stayed in mine and just, yeah, I don't know that I would be with you guys right away. I'd be
Okay.
like watched guard dogging it at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, then I don't really much say anything. I'm just
Keep 'em-
more
yeah,
patting.
I was say just keep my vision and keeping you guys a healthy distance between me and you guys. While I probably would have let you guys go on past, and I'm behind.
Got you.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just more patting like Daniel on the back and looking for Alistair and making sure that he's okay and checking on the heads of the people.
Okay. Oh, and then that's where we'll leave this group of people off tonight. But we're not going to end the session there. We're actually going to go to a cutscene kind of thing. So your characters, we'll leave your characters off as everybody starts piling back to the house. Okay, everybody gets back to the house with the mirror, and we'll transition the scene over. You'll find yourselves changing perspective. You are now in a van. You're all wearing tactical gear. In these new character personas that you're going to take on. And over the radio, you can hear 7 Adam 15. We have reports that that the burglary suspects from the museum are holed up in a hotel along Route 66, 16 miles down. It is the old McCleary Motel. Be advised, possibly and most likely armed and extremely dangerous. The person driving the van is wearing a FBI placard along with the letters PAB emblazoned underneath it. He's going to turn back around, and it's dark day. Everything is completely dark. It is, there's no lights, and man, we thought that was freaky in downtown with all those monsters flying around. And we got these people stealing trunks and cases out of museums, holing up in these desert hotels. Between the monsters and this, I don't know what's going on. We got these you newbies are really going to be putting in overtime today. And that is where we're going to end the session, as that van pulls into a parking lot for an old 50s style roadside motel out in the middle of the desert.
But we're not our characters. We're somebody else.
This is a different group of people.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's where we're going to end this session.
That's interesting.